Hello there and welcome to this episode of the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I'm Alan Waddell and joined as always by the athletic director here at Southeastern Louisiana University, Jay Ortiz. And Jay, thanks for stopping by and spending some time with us as a lot of our sports right now kind of in championship mode. If you look at it, you have two of our sports that are getting ready for the Southland Conference tournament in golf and tennis, and then baseball and softball making a run at the conference title as well.
Yeah, this is a fun time of year. You know, you start getting down to it, like you said, getting into the end of the conference. Playing for championships, and that's what you want. You want all your teams to have an opportunity to play for a conference championship, and we have a lot of teams fighting for them right now.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. You know, we talked about it, golf and tennis. Those are two of the programs on campus that you maybe not read a whole lot about those, but maybe two of the best programs on campus, and we expect them to compete for those titles in these tournaments coming up.
Yeah, they're doing a great job this year. You know, Coach Hayes does such a good job with his girls in tennis, and you know, he really likes his club. They play well together. Every single match they're in contention, so that's what you want, a chance to win a championship. Same thing with golf. Golf's really doing well so far. Haven't had the big finishes they want in any of the tournaments yet, but hopefully we'll get finished strong in this conference tournament.
Certainly so. We're going to have a chance to talk with Coach Tim Baldwin here at the end of our program today, so you'll want to stay tuned for that coming up at the end of the Southeastern Sports Report. But then, Jay, let's talk about baseball and softball for a minute. Softball off to their best start in conference and you know, in recent memory, I believe 12-4 right now, playing very well, and certainly making a run at the conference tournament and possibly a championship.
Yeah, Pete's doing a great job with the girls. You really like this club. They're very offensive, very fun to watch. You look at the top categories in the nation, we're in most of the offensive categories, and that makes it fun to watch, but it also takes a lot of pressure off of your pitching and off of your defense and gives you a chance to win every game.
Baseball right now 27-11, just coming off of a victory over UL Lafayette over in Lafayette. 11-4 in the Southland Conference, in first place by themselves. So Matt Rogers putting together another strong team on the field this year. And, you know, going after 40 wins, those type of seeds, looking for that type of season here in 2015.
You know, Matt's doing a super job with baseball, beating UL Lafayette last night. We've actually beaten them 10 out of the last 14 times, so our program's pretty much owned UL Lafayette in baseball in recent history. But Matt's doing such a great job of getting the guys ready to play. I think he does a good job, but he maximizes their potential. The kids really enjoy playing for him, and they play hard, and when you watch them, they're fun to watch. In first place in the Southland Conference right now, a chance to win the regular season championship, and that's never been done. It'd be a great first.
Well, Jay, I'll ask you this just because you had so many years in the dugout there, is how hard that is to do, is to win the conference. Because in baseball, there's so many games you have to play so consistent throughout the year. You
do, and that's what Matt's done a great job of. Is we haven't been swept, and you got to avoid that big. You got to avoid getting swept. We haven't had the big sweep yet, but you feel like we got it coming in. But winning the series every single week, they're very consistent, you know, and that's the thing, is staying consistent. Like you said, when you play that many conference games, it's a grind. But I like our staff, I like our starting pitching, and our offense gives us a chance to win every single game. Especially when you come to Sundays, it usually comes down to who outscores who. But with our pitching, with Kyle Sedetall on Sundays, it gives us an advantage.
Right now, the Lions have played 38 baseball games. They're 27-11, have only lost one series the entire season, and that was out of conference. So a very consistent season so far in 2015 for the Southeastern baseball team. And Jay, before I let you go, I got to ask you, a big event coming up here to campus, and you know, we've talked about it the last couple of years about the track facility being on campus and the total upgrade. Just got a new upgrade with a new scoreboard, but the Southland Conference Championships are going to be held here in Hammond, presented by Tangi Tourism, and I know you guys are very excited about that.
Absolutely. You know, we're hosting that meet here, gives our guys a chance to defend that championship. Last year we won the Southland Championship in men's. This year our men's and women's will be playing here, and Tangi Tourism step up as a corporate sponsor for that meet. So we're excited about it. If you've been out to the facility, brand new scoreboard, brand new press box, brand new facility, it's awesome. I'd put odds up against anyone in the country. All
right, well, there you have it from Coach Jay Ortiz. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll get to all the highlights right here on the Southeastern Sports Report, presented by State Farm.
I am never getting married.
Never.
Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Come over here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
This is Sean. We saw him holding a Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. In this case, Jimmie Johnson.
I, Jimmie Johnson, challenge you to a little football game. Don't get nervous.
Are we ready? I'm ready.
Jimmie Johnson has dominated the electric football circuit.
Yeah, look at the little Jimmie run. He's hurt. He's pushing through. He's pushing through. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a winner.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I want to thank Athletic Director J.R. Tees for stopping by and catching us up on all you need to know about Southeastern Athletics. We're now going to take a look at the highlights, and we're going to start this week by taking a look at softball as they were in action against Lamar for a Southland Conference Series. Here's the highlights.
Southeastern Louisiana softball team opening up a Southland Conference Series versus the visiting Lady Cardinals of Lamar. Lady Lions in the opener. Force a pop-up. Megan Moore settles under it. And the Lady Lions get going in the following inning as Kenzie Nichols beats out a single through the right side. That brought up Sydney Booker. Booker had a great week, earning LSWA Hitter of the Week honors. And she scores Nichols on a triple to right center. Then Megan Moore ties it up with a single up the middle to easily score Booker. Lady Lions and the Cardinals were tied at 2 after 1 inning of play. And Taylor Bishop started going to work for Southeastern. She throws it over to Teresa Lamos for the easy out to get out of the inning. And Sloan Jenkins gives Southeastern a lead for good. The sophomore out of Katy, Texas, homers just inside the left field foul pole to give Southeastern a 3-2 advantage. Then it would be Nichols going to work again. She would earn Southland Conference Hitter of the Week honors after this series. She triples, stand-up triple for the speedy Nichols, into the right center field gap. Back to work goes Taylor Bishop. She gets the easy pop-up that Sydney Booker is able to run down in foul territory. Then another pop-up. Katie LaCour, junior center fielder for the Lady Lions, settles under it for the easy out. And Bishop handles it herself there, getting Sable Hankins to ground out to the pitcher. And then Megan Moore flashes the leather and makes an easy throw over to first for another out. And LaCour shows off her speed. Gets on, and then Amber Sather beats out a single off the pitcher. Now we'll bring up Megan Moore. And second baseman mishandles it, and LaCour is able to score. And a really nice play there by Sydney Booker, doubles up Lamar. Vanessa Ng comes up to the plate and rips one through the left side. Sydney McCullough and Amanda Livaday race in. Southeastern blew the game open late in the late innings. And Kenzie Nichols continues to swing that hot bat, singles to the left side. Pair of runners score on the 2 RBI single by the freshman out of Alvin, Texas. And then Amber Sadler ends it. Hits one over the left field fence. A grand slam, a walk-off grand slam that gave Southeastern a 12-2 victory in the opening game of the series. Sadler's 7th home run of the season wins it for Southeastern. Lady Lions would continue their impressive offensive performance throughout the series. They'd go on to win the second game 8-1 before Kenzie Nichols' 2-run walk-off completed the sweep on Saturday in a 6-4 Southeastern victory.
Congratulations to Coach Pete Langlois and his softball team as they sweep Lamar here in Hammond in a Southland Conference Series. And we actually had a chance to catch up with Coach Pete Langlois and some of his players as the Lady Lions softball team prepares for the stretch run in the Southland Conference.
With 3 weeks remaining in the 2015 regular season, the Lady Lions softball team is sitting in a pretty good position.
Well, you know, you do start out with your goals, and you try to reach for the best one, and of course that's to win a conference championship. And I don't know, it's probably been since about 1998 since we've had that chance to actually compete against the teams that are playing for the championship in the next couple of weeks. You know, playing McNeese, and then closing the season with Northwestern, who won the conference tournament last year. So, you know, the first things first, our goal is to win a conference championship. If that doesn't work, we're going to make it to the conference tournament. And I think we're 18-20 right now, and last but not least, you want to be at least above 500. So we still got all three of our goals still reachable and attainable, and, you know, the kids are bought in, and that's what we're playing for right now.
Yeah, I mean, we just really been on our game, and people have been hitting a lot lately, so that helps a lot. But, I mean, I'm proud of us. We've been doing a good job. We've been really coming together as a team and working together.
The ladies are 13-4 in Southland play, a half game behind Central Arkansas, and a game and a half behind conference leader Northwestern State.
We're very happy at where we're at right now. You know, we always like to be first, but just coming into the season being ranked last or close to last, and then just proving everyone wrong, playing really well, especially all throughout the season. And like you said, being so close to first is we're really happy about that. And I think the whole home field advantage thing is going to be good because we'll be more comfortable, and I think we'll be more in our element. So it should work pretty smoothly. We just got to continue to keep doing our job and doing everything we need to be doing, and hitting the ball and making the plays and pitching. And so if we continue to do what we're doing, I feel pretty confident in us.
Lady Lions have 3 weekend series left against McNeese State, Nicholls State, and in the last week of the season, the Lady Lions welcome Northwestern State to Hammond to close out the 2015 regular season.
And like we said, we were talking about it, just some teammates and I, just saying, like, after UCA, it would all kind of kick up, and we'd have to really show what we were made of, because with McNeese and Northwestern ahead of us, it's really going to show what we are made of and what we're capable of. And I think we can do it. I think we can clinch first.
The Lady Lions are hitting the ball very well this season, as their top 5 hitters have a 300 or better batting average, with speedy Katie LaCour leading the team and ranking 8th in the nation, hitting just a shade under 500. Sydney Booker is hitting around 370, while Kinsey Nichols and Megan Moore are hovering around 350. Slugger Amber Sather is hitting 314 with 7 home runs.
You know, they say it all the time, and when we get our scout reports and things like that, it says that Katie LaCour sets the table, and we go as she goes. And she goes out there every day. I mean, there's weekends where she may bat 12 times, and, you know, our sports information guy comes in and says, do you realize she was 9 for 12 or 6 for 8? And she does it so quietly, and all I ever hear is over in the third base dugout is, man, we know what she's doing, we still can't stop her. And you know, when she sets the table for Kinsey, who's got some pop, you know, she's as fast as Katie, but we kind of just turn her loose, and she may lay it down, or, you know, like recently, just hit it out. And then you know where we go after that, 3, 4, 5. And for the first time in a long time, we have a 3, 4, 5 combination that's been working for us.
In the circle, junior Taylor Bishop is getting it done this year. Bishop is 12-4 with a 2.61 ERA. Bishop has started 12 games for the Lady Lions and pitched in 21. The Sugar Land, Texas native is 9-1 in Southland Conference games this season.
First off, Taylor's in probably the best shape she's been in. I got to give credit to the guys in the weight room. They have got her back healed up. They got her in great shape. She's able to throw 2 games every weekend now. And of course, you know, in softball, you got to be able to do that. And she's done it, and she's done it really well. Like you said, she doesn't give up the strikeouts, but she doesn't strike a whole lot of people out, but she gives us that opportunity to make a play. She's very deceptive. You don't really know. She spins it up there, and let me tell you, when you can spin it like she does, it's hard to hit. And a lot of times teams will go through that order thinking, oh, we got this, but then by the end of the day, she's still spinning it up there, and you still can't touch it. It just jumps that much.
So as the stretch run begins, the Lady Lions are focused on moving up in the standings and trying to secure the best possible tournament seed they can going into the 2015 Southland Conference Tournament. Tournament will be held May 6th through 8th in Natchitoches, Louisiana. For more info on the Southland Conference Softball Tournament, please visit southland.org.
Thanks, Kilmer, and once again, we want to congratulate the Lady Lions softball team for a fantastic start in the Southland Conference race, and they know here down the stretch is where championships are won. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have more for you here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.
I want the pump, you up.
No. You want the pump?
You are like that. You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I want to pump you up.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was terrible.
This is not a joke. Let's try it again.
I want to pump you up.
It's like we're talking to a wall.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of sick game you play.
Knock, hello.
I want to pump you up.
I can't do this anymore.
Training is hard. Saving is easy. Get a discount double check today.
This is Sean. We saw him holding a Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. In this case, Jimmie Johnson.
I, Jimmie Johnson, challenge you to a little football game. Don't get nervous.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. Jimmie Johnson has dominated the electric football circuit.
Yeah, look at the little Jimmy run. He's hurt. He's pushing through. He's pushing through. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a winner.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. As we're going to check in on Coach Jason Hayes and the Lady Lion tennis program as they recently had a non-conference match to get ready for the conference tournament. Here's the story.
Southeastern Louisiana freshman Natalie Duran and freshman Medina Vorotnikova won in both singles and doubles play to lead the Lions to a 4-3 victory over Morehead State in non-conference women's tennis action Wednesday afternoon at the Eagle Indoor Center. SLU closed out its non-conference schedule and clinched an overall winning record for the season. Morehead State dropped to 8-9 overall with the loss. The Lions took the lead by taking the doubles point. On the number 1 court, junior Renee Villarreal and freshman Lucia Bustamante defeated the MSU pair of Andrea LeBlanc and Haley Wild 8-4. Southeastern split the 6 singles matches with Morehead State, which won in straight sets on the number 2 and number 4 courts. At number 3, SLU sophomore Margot Kaltenbacher handled MSU's Dominique McLean 6-3, 6-1. Vorotnikova made short work of Wild at number 5, winning 6-2, 6-3. Durant clinched the victory with a 6-3, 6-2 triumph on the number 6 court. At number 1, Villarreal saw her undefeated start to the spring come to an end. LeBlanc handed her just the 5th loss of her singles career, winning 6-2, 6-7, 6-love. Villarreal is now 52-5 in her 2+ seasons as a Lion. The Lady Lions have 2 regular season matches left in conference play before heading to Beaumont, Texas next week for the Southland Conference Tournament.
Congratulations to the Lady Lions as they wrap up their spring break by knocking off Morehead State as they get ready for the Southland Conference Tournament coming up here very shortly. The baseball team was also in action in the midweek against South Alabama as they look to sweep the Jaguars, one of the leaders of the Sun Belt Conference.
Southeastern Louisiana freshman Natalie Duran and freshman Medina Vorotnikova won in both singles and doubles play to lead the Lions to a 4-3 victory over Morehead State in non-conference women's tennis action Wednesday afternoon at the Eagle Indoor Center. SLU closed out its non-conference schedule and clinched an overall winning record for the season. Morehead State dropped to 8-9 overall with the loss. The Lions took the lead by taking the doubles point. On the number 1 court, junior Renee Villarreal and freshman Lucia Bustamante defeated the MSU pair of Andrea LeBlanc and Haley Wild 8-4. Southeastern split the 6 singles matches with Morehead State, which won in straight sets on the number 2 and number 4 courts. At number 3, SLU sophomore Margot Kaltenbacher handled MSU's Dominique McLean 6-3, 6-1. Vorotnikova made short work of Wild at number 5, winning 6-2, 6-3. Durant clinched the victory with a 6-3, 6-2 triumph on the number 6 court. At number 1, Villarreal saw her undefeated start to the spring come to an end. LeBlanc handed her just the 5th loss of her singles career, winning 6-2, 6-7, 6-love. Villarreal is now 52-5 in her 2+ seasons as a Lion. The Lady Lions have 2 regular season matches left in conference play before heading to Beaumont, Texas next week for the Southland Conference Tournament.
Congratulations to the Lady Lions as they wrap up their spring break by knocking off Morehead State as they get ready for the Southland Conference Tournament coming up here very shortly. The baseball team was also in action in the midweek against South Alabama as they look to sweep the Jaguars, one of the leaders of the Sun Belt Conference.
Coach, here we go Tuesday night at the Pat. You're wearing the all camo uniforms, Military Appreciation Night, and this was really special. The three young men whose fathers were just lost serving our country here locally throughout the first pitch on Military Appreciation Night.
Yeah, very appreciative of Brad McKee setting that up for us, and his organization, DHP, does a lot for our veterans, and just, again, so proud to be able to go out here, and we're very blessed to be able to do this and be able to go out and show that appreciation that night was something very, very special.
Here's a ball that was absolutely crushed. Julian Service is going to go in with a triple, and this was a night, as we'll see from the highlights, your offense was just clicking all night long.
Yeah, you know, a really good night for us. I thought we did a good job of really executing. You saw there Julian with the leadoff triple and the run at third, left 2 outs. All we needed to do was get him in. Midyet does a good job of hitting the ball there to first base to score him and ended up actually getting on base. You know, the guy started against us was an original weekend starter for South, so we knew we were going to have our hands full, but I thought the guys did a good job of answering the bell.
You go with Pat Cashman in the midweek again against the Jaguars, who have a very impressive record and have a good team this year out of the Sun Belt.
Yeah, you know, the very disciplined ball club. I think they've actually walked more and struck out on the year, and Pat throws a ton of strikes, and that was kind of the game plan going in. He threw really well at their place there in Mobile, and kind of got off to a little bit of a rocky start early here, but did a good job of settling in afterwards and finding a way to kind of just stay with it. You saw we get the unfortunate bounce here. The ball drops in there, tied up there at 1-1. But Pat Cashman gets right back to what he does best, doing a good job of getting the guy out front and making a nice little athletic catch there by the pitcher.
Offense goes back up. Here's Carson Kreitz, who's been reinserted in the lineup here lately and is swinging the bat pretty well.
Yeah, Carson swung the bat really well for us early in the year. Kind of got cooled off a little bit and has really heated back up with the bat. Hit a lot of balls hard this week and let it off with a single up the middle. And you see Jacob Stewart keeping his hot streak going there as well. We get back in the bottom half of the inning after giving up a run. A nice little sharp line drive there back to the middle, score Chris Eads.
Here's a little run game here. Chance to get a runner on second and third here.
Yeah, did a really good job all night of running the bases, you know, stealing bags and taking extra bags when we got the opportunity to. And then Julian Service comes up with a big 2-out knock there to make it 4-1 and kind of extend that lead again. And let Pat kind of go right back out there just throwing strikes. You know, like we talked about it, said he's going to give up some hits, and but he did a good job all night of just attacking their hitters. Another base hit back up the middle there. We did a good job. Seward played the ball very, very well to keep the guy there at third base. And Pat goes back, again, dominating the zone, you know, eliminating the damage. That was the biggest part of it. They had bases loaded here. Had a chance to really kind of get extended a little bit, maybe kind of get back in the ball game. But we get the sac fly and then a nice play here by Brett Hoffman with 2 outs to get out of the inning and keep it 4-2.
Yeah, very athletic play there. All right, Brett Hoffman, much more difficult play than that might look right off the bat. Gives your offense a chance to get back out there, and Webb Bobo stings one through the left side.
Yeah, again, just about execution baseball. We run the hit and run there, and Webb stings it right through the shortstop there to make it first and third. Does a fantastic job of getting the guy to third base there. And then, again, just talk about execution offense. We execute the push bunt there, score a run from third base to stay out of double play.
Lions knock off South Alabama as their record right now sits at 27-11. They're 3-0 against the Sun Belt, 2 against South Alabama, and 1 recently against UL Lafayette. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by head golf coach Tim Baldwin right here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.
I am never getting married.
Never.
Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Come a bit here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. As we're now joined by Southeastern golf coach, Coach Tim Baldwin. And kind of fitting that we get you on this time of the year as the Masters just finished up. A lot of people watching golf on the mind. And right now your Lions are playing for a conference championship as the Southland Conference Championship is coming up next week.
Absolutely. We are,
fighting the weather at the moment.
Yeah.
We're fired up, though. I mean, we're coming off a nice performance in our last event. We're trying to tune up, doing the best we can. Facilities are a little bit limited right now, but we're not going to have any excuses. We're going to go there and get the job done.
Well, Tim, I'll ask you, and I don't think people realize that, a lot of times they think about other sports with weather, but golf, probably more than any other sport, is the effects of weather. What do you do at this time of the year whenever it's raining so much?
The only way we get stopped by weather is typically lightning, unless a golf course gets flooded. So, we can play in 20-degree weather, or flooding. It's just a matter of is a course playable. Fortunately, we have some access to some indoor facilities at my home. We're getting some work done there, but it's not like being out on a golf course and actually seeing the ball fly. So we're going to take advantage of today. It doesn't look like the next couple days are going to be very good, but we're going to be fine.
Well, Tim, I know 2015, another strong performance, another strong campaign for your golf team. Tell our viewers a little bit about your team and the success you've had this year. I know that you want to win the Southland Conference tournament, and I know selection committees and things like that get a little iffy, but look like a pretty strong case to be in a regional whether you win it or not.
No question. We've had a strong enough year to earn an NCAA bid. In fact, we're 50 in the country, top 15% programs in the country. We're going to be in a regional. I told the guys not to rest on that number. Ultimately, we want to win the conference championship. So we've got our work cut out for us. Sam Houston has had a great year. They're currently 43 in the country. McNeese State has caught fire. They're 67 in the country. So anytime you've got some programs around the top 100 on a given day, a given week, you can get beat. So we're going to have to go there and execute on a very difficult golf course. Stonebridge Ranch, some of our Grady's our returning senior. He's seen it 3 times already. So he's very helpful with the younger guys. Eamon Bradley's seen it a couple times. Lawrence Allen's seen it a couple times. Paul saw it last year. The only newcomer we have on the program who came in January is James Anstis. And James hasn't seen the golf course, but we've talked about it enough and talked about strategy. And he's a quick learner. I mean, he's already had 66, 64 in a couple of events this spring. So with losing Baptiste Cortachon to graduation in December and James coming in, we really haven't missed a step.
As you can see, the Lions have put together another strong campaign on the golf course, and we will be anxiously following their action this week at the Southland Conference Tournament, and then await to see where they will land in an NCAA regional. Well, Tim, thanks for stopping by and spending some time with us, and good luck once again at the Southland Conference Championship.
Appreciate it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank Coach Tim Baldwin and also Jay Ortiz for spending some time with us here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.